welcome to Angela's Hangout. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. So I'm super excited. This weekend is Super Bowl Sunday, and I am going to prepare just a bunch of little finger foods just so it's just basically going to be my parents and I. They're going to be watching it this year. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that we're going to be making. Okay, so I'm going to make some sliders. I'm going to make some pigs in a blanket. I'm going to make a whole lot of things from Schwan's because I think Schwan's has like the best food, frozen food that you just throw in the air fryer. Just going to be using this air fryer here and this one over here. So they're both Power XLs. One is a basket one and this one is the oven one. So let's get busy. I'm super excited. Okay, so we're gonna keep things nice and simple because my parents just like nice and simple. So I'm gonna use, for the sliders, I'm gonna use an 80-20 beef, and all I'm gonna use is some Lowry's. So normally I would add a little bit of Worcestershire to it or a little bit of onion in there, but since this is what they like, we will stick with it. Actually, they don't even like Lowry's, but they don't even know. It's funny that I even put that in there. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and just kind of round out our little sliders and make them into, well, a little bit bigger, smaller than a hamburger patty, but bigger than a slider because they're going to shrink a little bit in the oven. And I'm just going to put the Lowry seasoned salt, my secret weapon that my parents have no idea that I use. And I still think that's hilarious. I think they just think I use salt and pepper, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it tastes much better this way. So we're just going to go ahead and put these on our little rack here, and it fits 4 perfectly. And so we're going to use up 2 of our racks, and then we're going to put them in at 370 degrees. We're going to put them in for about 16 minutes and see what happens. So we're going to flip them over halfway. Meanwhile, I figured, hey, while that's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and bake up some cookies. So this is leftover cookie dough that I had from Christmas, and I just thawed it out, and I'm just going to kind of roll them up. And I mean, you have to have a little bit of a dessert, so yeah, thought this would be perfect. And they're delicious the first time around anyway. So those we're going to put at 350, and we're going to just put those in there. We're going to put them in for about 12 minutes, and then, but we're going to keep checking them because they're a little on the small side. So it literally took a total of 9 minutes before they were like absolutely perfect and nice and golden brown. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started on our pigs in a blanket. So I'm just going to use a store-bought croissant roll, and then just kind of flatten it all out and everything, and then just tear them all apart. And then hold on a second, cookies are done. Woohoo, look at those, nice and golden brown. So that was after 9 minutes. So I think I probably could have gone for 8 minutes and it would have been perfect. In the meantime, I went ahead and put the hamburgers in, and it's time to flip them over. It's been 8 minutes so far at this point. So I think we're going to do a total of 16, but we're going to keep checking them just to make sure that they're not overdone. So, and I'm going to flip the racks around too because the top rack cooks a little bit quicker than the other rack. So, so you just kind of have to keep on playing with them, moving them around and stuff so that they cook evenly. So we'll just go ahead and put those back in there and let them do that, do their thing. Okay, meanwhile, we're going to go back to our pigs in a blanket. So we have our little smokies. I love those things. They're so good. They do have turkey ones, which I think are absolutely delicious. So we're just going to go ahead and roll those up and get those ready. I'm not going to put anything on them. That's it. Just roll up the little sausage in the crescent roll. So we're going to take our cooking spray so that they don't stick to the rack, spray that down, and just place them all on there. And they all fit so perfectly. I love that. So we're going to put those in at 375, and they take about 12 minutes total. So, but keep checking them and stuff like that too, just to make sure, because you don't want to overdo it. So while all that stuff is going on, we're going to dump in our Schwan's. These are steak fries. We're just going to put those into the other air fryer for 400, and we're going to put them in for about 15 minutes. So I also made some onion rings too, which for some reason I lost the recording on that, but that's okay. Same thing, 400 for about 15 minutes, and then just pull them out. So looks like our hamburgers are just about done. give them a few more minutes, and then we are going to, while those are doing its thing, while the hamburgers are still doing its thing, we're going to pull out our Schwan's chicken tenders, you guys. These are so delicious. I love these. If you like Jack in the Boxes, you're going to love these. So they're nice and big, as you can see, and so yummy. So the hamburgers are done. So we're just going to pop those in there into the air fryer along with our pigs in a blanket. We can cook them both at the same time. So we're going to put those in for at 375 for about, we're going to check them at 11 minutes just to see how they're doing, and also flip them over. So French fries are still cooking. Looks like they're nice, getting nice and golden brown. So since all this stuff is going on, our little sliders are all done. So I'm going to put some cheese on them because everybody loves cheese on their burgers. Not everybody, but I mean, that's totally optional. You don't have to. So, but we all like cheese. So I went ahead and just kind of put some, it's a thin cut of cheddar. So put those on there. And then we're just going to stick those in there once all this is done for about a minute or two to just get it nice and melty. Doesn't take much because, like I said, it's the thin cheese. So gonna put the chicken down on the bottom rack, and then because it's almost done but not totally done, and then we'll put the hamburgers in there too. So the one thing I do love about this is you can keep everything pretty much warm at the same time. So anyway, back to the hamburgers. So I've got everything all lined up here. I kind of warmed up the buns, and now it's ready to plate and serve. And voila, just like that, we did it. We put together a cute little Super Bowl spread. So we have all the condiments, we have our honey mustard, we have our barbecue sauce for our chicken, and oh my gosh, so good. And we have our little veggie tray, and oh my goodness, look at those onion rings. Steak fries. We have all of the ketchups and mayonnaise and ranch and mustard, everything that you need right here. So over here, this is where we have our little cookies, and I picked up this little roll. So I got that from the store. I didn't make it, but it's like a big giant ho-ho. It's so good. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend. And well, I hope your team wins this weekend. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would certainly appreciate it. And please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And can't wait to see what we do on the next Angela's Hangout. So thank you again. Bye-bye now.